My wife's Toyota in basically, and I think I remember so many years ago there was problems with cylinders on Toyotas. Cut a long story short, I've started looking into Toyota fuel trims. They're a bit weird, they're not like BMW ones, and basically I've got a fuel trim of minus 11% long-term fuel trim. Now, according to Toyota experts, that ain't too bad, but for me, I know that when I pull the breather line off, it reduces that, because obviously then it starts to run lean, so then it starts to, the long-term and short-term fuel trim start to go positive. So I know that the O2 sensor is working perfectly in that sense. And what I'm thinking it is, and I'll show you, I think it's these a combination of leaking valve stem oil seals and a combination of worn cylinders basically. I'm going to smoke test it in a minute and see if I can see any smoke coming past the piston rings on 2 and 3. Check this out, it's not looking so damn good really, is it? You got some scuff in there on the old cylinders. What am I in? I'm in number... What am I in? Number 2 I'm in. Do you know what camera it is? Great, but it's also difficult. Difficult to show you what I mean. There's some oil there, isn't there, from probably valve stem oil seals, because it's 2008 car. And BMWs have exactly the same issue, don't they? I seem to recall some of these Toyotas many years ago had these issues. Just trying to find this scuffing. Where was it now? There. It's got a hell of a scuff mark there, look. Piston slap, that, innit? If that's not piston slap, I don't know what is. Now, whether or not that's bad enough and there's an issue and the bore's gone oval shaped, I don't know. But to me, it ain't good at all. Plugs are bang on. I've changed them last year. Plugs are bang on. The sandy, beautiful colour. Can't go wrong with them, can you? But inside, it ain't looking so damn tasty, is it? I'll go through this now and have a look. Right. I did take some photos before, actually. So that's definitely piston slap. You can just see that blackness there. It's piston slap, isn't it? Oh, that's another one. Look at that. That is absolute piston slap to buggery, isn't it? And then you've got that oil from valve seals. So I think what I'll do now, I'm just going to fire it up in a bit, and then I'll show you that fuel trim if anyone's watching. But first, I'm going to have to put these spark plugs back in and whack the coils back on. So I haven't diagnosed a Toyota before. I used to be a Nissan Master Tech, and everything is different, innit? The fuel trims apparently on Toyotas, they're not like BMW. On a BMW you'll get 0 or close to, but on a Toyota it's not really possible to get 0. But as I'll show you in a minute when I fire it up, I've got a fuel trim of minus 11, which I think definitely, I'm not an expert, but I think the hydrocarbon from the oil, what it's burning a bit of oil, I think the hydrocarbons from the oil are knocking these fuel trims up. So I'll fire it up in a minute and we'll look at this long-term fuel trim. Not bothered about the short-term because that's always fluctuating on Toyotas apparently. But that one, we'll have a look in a minute. In my opinion, it's hydrocarbons burning, definitely. But there's a few more experts. I've just been on that other channel, that cool car care nut guy. He's a legend. And he gave me some advice. Well, he didn't give it me, but I saw some advice anyway. But yeah, that's piston slap, innit? That's piston slap, is that? We get this on BMWs all the time. What I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to pull this breather off here now. I'm going to put a nice smoke testing probe in there. And I'll get the bore scope down. Actually, I'll do that now before I fire it up. I was going to do the old fuel trims, but I think I'll fire that up first, smoke tester, and see. One thing I don't like about this Toyota, which annoys the crap out of me, is this. You can't really get anything. Horrible. What do I think of Toyotas? They're not bad, are they? But looking at that, I didn't think Toyotas had that problem with the cylinder wear. But yeah, I'll smoke test this first, I think. I'll smoke test it. I'll tell you what, let's go and get the smoke tester. Let's go and get the smoke tester. I'm messing about. 5 o'clock, I want to go home. I've had enough. Where's our smoke tester? I used it today, actually, this, to diagnose one job. Right, here we are. Need a special adapter as well. Where are we? Trouble is, when you share tools with everyone moves everything, don't they? So now someone's used it today. Here it is, great. I've got a special adapter here. This I can use to smoke out that breather system. In an ideal world now, there won't be any smoke, but you never know if it comes past them piston rings. I've already told the wife she wasn't happy. I'll have to do a full engine rebuild, and she'll want me to do it. She will physically want me to rebuild this engine, I can promise you. So what I'll do is I'll whack that there now, the old smoke tester. And foolishly I put the spark plugs back in, but I'm going to whack that in there and hold it on, and then I'll get the cam down there and see. Pity I can't put that on a bit better really, but I'll have to hold it on and use my other hand. So that's what we'll do, basically. Dead easy to use this smoke tester, it's a good one. It's a bit cheap, Chinese one, but it's alright, it does the job. So, let's whack this on. I just want to go home really, I've kind of had enough now. But I've learned about Toyota fuel trims today, so you can't really go wrong, can you? Jesus. You can't go wrong when you learn about Toyota fuel trims, which are just like that. Right, let's whack this on here now. There's a guy who I know who's a Toyota Master Tech. I wish he was on now. Right, let's have a look. Let's put this. We need to get this in there now. 1 second. It's not ideal, is it, when you've got only one hand? Can we not get Google glasses for do this? There we are. Put that in there now. So I'll just pull them 2 spark plugs back out, which I shouldn't really have put back in. And we'll put the bore scope in. Look at that piston slap, it's bloody awful, isn't it? And we'll have a look at it and see if we can see any smoke coming past them piston rings. I think 2 and 3 are the worst. Well, they're not the best. Let's put it one way. Christ. Hot now, this engine. I ran it up before into closed loop mode so I could check the fuel trims. I'll tell you what, it goes into closed loop fast. This BMW's take ages. This bad boy from cold, 2 minutes, not even that, 1.5 minutes, boom, closed loop, done. Right, you see what I mean? This awful bloody design, this stupid thing. Honestly, I'm going to cut that off with a blade, I think. Right, anyway, let's get the bore scope down into that cylinder, number 2, sorry. Right, let's get this. Let's get this in that cylinder. Where am I? Come on. Change the camera lens to the front camera. There we go. So here's the wife's Toyota. Of course, these guys I work with haven't bloody charged the battery. What a surprise that is. Oh, look at state. That don't look good, that, does it? Look at it. It don't look good, that, does it? That's pure fresh oil, is that? Anyway, let's whack the old Shabila Jackson on. Let's smoke test this bad boy. Have we got any stuff in it? There we are, we're smoking, good. Right, so in theory, if there's a problem with the sealing and the piston rings, this should go into crankcase, shouldn't it? And we should get some stuff. Now whether or not we'll see out, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be alright with a bit of luck. I don't want the wife stressing out, you see. Whew. Seems alright that, doesn't it, at least. Maybe it's only the old, maybe it's the valve stem seals only. Alright, let's have a look. Let's change that angle. I think it's alright that, isn't it? There's no smoke in that bad boy there. Look at that though. Look how bad that is. That's bad, isn't it? That's very, very bad, is that? Right then. So that's what I'm up to tonight, basically. Right, thanks for all watching and subscribing, by the way. I'm not so keen on these live videos. I'd much rather do them in my own time. But that's where I'm up to anyway, so I'm doing a bit of a Toyota tonight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. If anyone's got any ideas what's up with this Toyota, if it's common that, and will that kind of affect it? Will it make it burn a lot of oil, or is it just piston slap that? The pistons are still quite reasonable. The cylinders are quite reasonable. If anyone's a Toyota expert, I know one guy, Mike C, who I know, he's an expert. And if you can let me know if you've seen that before, that'd be great. because I need to know what I'm going to do to fix this. Probably have to pull the head off and do the valve stem seals, because it's a good car, this, actually. She's had it from brand new. She paid $20,000 for it in Ukraine, in Kharkiv. And she's had it for since 2008. She paid cash for it. So it's kind of like, this car is means a lot to her. It's very sentimental. So unfortunately for me, I'll have to bloody rebuild the damn thing. Anyway, I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching.